Welcome, legends. This is News and Rings, bringing you nonstop WWE news, match results, and inside scoops. Hit subscribe and let's dive straight in. It's 8:47 p.m. at WWE headquarters, and the cameras have just captured something nobody expected to see. Becky Lynch, calm but unshakably intense, walking through the backstage corridors with the World Heavyweight Championship resting around her neck. The same title Seth Rollins fought, bled, and sacrificed for. But the shock isn't just that Becky is holding it, it's who she's standing beside. Triple H. The expression on her face isn't confusion or guilt, it's clarity, purpose, a decision already made. For years, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins were the power couple of WWE, two warriors who carried the company through eras of chaos. But what the world witnessed tonight wasn't partnership. It was betrayal. The unthinkable. Betrayal. For months, fans believed Becky and Seth's story was one of unity. They trained together, appeared together, and celebrated each other's victories. Yet behind the scenes, something had shifted. Triple H, the master strategist, had been quietly assembling his faction, the Vision, a movement of disillusioned and hungry competitors who felt ignored by management. And now, with Becky Lynch standing at his side, the puzzle is complete. The woman who once embodied loyalty has stepped into a new role, one that rewrites everything we thought we knew about her. To the millions watching, it feels less like a storyline and more like heartbreak unfolding in real time. 3 weeks earlier, the signs we missed. Looking back, the clues were there. 3 weeks ago, Becky delivered a promo about her legacy, how she fought to elevate women's wrestling from novelty to main event status. It felt passionate, honest, familiar. But rewatch that moment when she said Seth's name. The flicker in her eyes wasn't pride, it was frustration. While Seth was headlining pay-per-views and holding championship gold, Becky had been stuck battling mid-card opponents, overshadowed by the same spotlight she once commanded. The woman known as the Man had become the man's wife in the company's narrative. For someone who built her reputation on independence, that label must have burned. The Vision's real purpose. Triple H isn't just recruiting athletes, he's building an ideology, a rebellion against complacency. For years, he watched stars break under pressure, lose their edge, or fade into nostalgia. The Vision is his answer. A faction that values intellect and precision over loyalty. To complete his movement, he needed someone whose defection would shake WWE to its core. Charlotte Flair was too obvious, Rhea Ripley too established, but Becky Lynch, she was perfect, beloved, respected, unpredictable. The ultimate shock value wrapped in credibility. Triple H didn't just convince her to join him, he convinced her that this was evolution, and maybe in her mind it is. The breaking point for Seth Rollins. In the aftermath, WWE cameras caught Seth trying to speak in a post-match interview. His voice trembled, his hands shook. When a reporter asked where Becky was, he hesitated, a silence that said more than any answer could. It wasn't anger on his face, it was disbelief. The kind of disbelief that only comes when someone you love becomes a stranger overnight. This wasn't just the loss of a title, it was the unraveling of trust, family, and identity. Seth, the man who built his career on foresight, never saw this coming. Becky's side of the story. Last night, Becky stepped into the ring flanked by the Vision and delivered one of the most haunting promos of her career. She didn't scream or gloat, she spoke with eerie calm. She said Seth had been too busy being the savior of WWE to notice the woman standing beside him fading into the background. She claimed she didn't betray him, she liberated herself. To her, this wasn't vengeance, it was evolution. The crowd didn't know how to react. Some booed, others cheered, many just stood in stunned silence. Because deep down, her words cut close to home. Ambition and love rarely coexist peacefully. Triple H's master plan insiders now believe Triple H's endgame is more complex than a power grab. With Becky as his queen, the Vision has positioned itself as the most dominant force across every division. They already control key championships, and now they're coming for the women's roster. Becky isn't just a recruit, she's the future leader, Triple H gets her influence, and Becky gains a platform that guarantees relevance for years to come. It's the kind of partnership built not on affection but on strategy. Together, they've turned WWE into a chessboard, and Seth Rollins has become their opening sacrifice. A locker room. Divided backstage, chaos reigns. Wrestlers are choosing sides. Some of the women quietly admit they understand Becky's frustration, how it feels to be overlooked while the men dominate the spotlight. Others call her a traitor who crossed a line no professional should ever cross. Friendships are fracturing, alliances forming. Triple H's plan is working, not just on camera, but psychologically. The Vision thrives on division, feeding on uncertainty. Every superstar now wonders who can be trusted, who might be next to defect, and who will stand with Rollins when he inevitably returns to face them. The cost of power. Among the most heartbreaking details to emerge is one that fans can't stop talking about. Months ago, Seth gifted Becky a custom championship belt engraved with the words, "Forever, my champion." It was his way of reminding her that even when she wasn't on top of the card, she was still his equal. That belt, according to sources backstage, now sits in Triple H's office. Becky left it there and told him she didn't need anyone's validation anymore. It's a symbolic moment, both a declaration of independence and a burning of bridges. The emotional weight of that act is something no storyline could fully script. The fallout begins. Seth Rollins hasn't appeared on television since the attack. Reports say he's taking personal time, a corporate phrase that barely conceals the truth. He's broken. The man once known for his laughter and flamboyant charisma has gone silent. His social media accounts are dark, his allies uncertain. But anyone who knows Seth Rollins knows this. He doesn't stay down for long. When he returns, it won't be as the smiling visionary. It'll be as a man with nothing left to lose. And that version of Seth Rollins may be the most dangerous we've ever seen. The road ahead. The stage is set for one of WWE's most emotionally charged rivalries in years. Seth Rollins versus Becky Lynch, husband versus wife, love versus legacy. It's not just a wrestling feud, it's a story about ambition, betrayal, and the price of wanting more. Fans can sense that when these two finally collide, it won't be about winning or losing. It will be about closure, redemption, and the need to reclaim identity. For WWE, it's storytelling at its rawest, a reminder that the most painful battles are not fought for titles but for truth. A new era of uncertainty. As of tonight, the Vision controls the narrative. Triple H stands at the top of his empire, Becky Lynch stands beside him, and Seth Rollins stands alone. But in WWE, power never stays in one place for long. The same fans who are shocked today will be watching tomorrow, waiting for the moment when redemption strikes back. Because if there's one thing history has taught us about Seth Rollins, it's that he thrives in chaos. And right now, chaos is all that remains. The man has fallen, the Vision reigns, and the WWE Universe holds its breath, because this is only the beginning.